I have a little confession I want to make, and I want to share with you in this video. Hi, my name is Gary Mishers. I'm the managing partner and chief investment officer of Silver Ring Value Partners. I also teach the Value Investing Seminar at the FW Olin Graduate School of Business. So, what's this confession? Well, I have a bad habit that I developed over the last few years, and don't worry, it's not what you think. Take it easy. I got into this habit of looking at stock prices intraday. Now, you might say, what's the big deal? We all do it. I bet you a lot of you do it too. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of you. So, what's the problem with this habit? Well, on the surface, it seems harmless, right? As long as you're not acting on it, then what's the harm of looking? For those of you who know me, I pride myself on being very disciplined in how I implement my investment process. And so, I have very well defined rules for when I act and when I don't act. And so, what's the harm of looking? And it got to be pretty bad. Like I would be in the gym and I would check my phone and say, "Oh, what's the stock price doing?" Or I would be on a hike and I would say, "What's the stock price doing?" And I decided I needed to break the habit. And you might say, "Well, why? Again, what's the big deal?" And I think the reason is that in behavioral finance, we're not always certain how things are influencing our decisions. So we might think that we're being perfectly rational, but it might very well be that things are affecting us in a way that we don't fully appreciate. And maybe I thought I was being 100% rational, which by the way, there's no such thing, or as close to it as possible. But maybe this constant awareness of what stocks are doing was somehow affecting my investing. Hopefully not, but I decided let's get rid of this habit anyway. So, I've been, off this habit for about 10 days now. And here's what I wanted to share with you. It's interesting. I did it gradually. The first 3 days, I basically told myself I can look at stocks during market hours only once a day. So pick one day at a time, whether it's market open in the middle of the day. I'm going to check my stocks, and then I'm not going to look at it again until the market closes. After that, I said, okay, time to go completely off, no looking during the day. The first day, I'm going to tell you the truth, it was really hard. I've been just so programmed in my brain, like with this habit of like clicking on a certain app on my phone to check the stocks. I almost wanted to do it. And I'm like, oh, don't do it. Right? And then the second day was a little easier, and the third day was even easier, and so forth. And now I don't even think about it during the day that much. That's then day 10. So I think that it's important because I think that we want to play behavioral defense, right? And we want to put ourselves in an environment to make the best, most rational decisions we can. And if things have even the smallest potential of, hurting our ability to be rational, let's get rid of them. We don't need them, right? Because let's be honest, how is the price of this or that stock intraday going to influence my actions? It shouldn't. I now place all my orders. A lot of times there are no orders, but let's say I do want to buy, sell something. I will put in limit order outside of market hours in the morning because I'll have decided, okay, I'm happy to buy this stock up to this price, or I'm happy to sell this, investment at no less than this price, and I'll just put the order in, and I will not look at it, and I'll find out at the end of the day if it got filled, if it got executed or not. And that's very different than getting caught up in the heat of battle and looking at that stock and saying, I was going to sell it for $30, but it's at 28.50 and the stock is going down. Maybe I should sell before it goes down lower. And all these tricks that the mind plays on us. So I think the message I have for myself is like, hey, let's create an environment that's as tranquil, as peaceful, as calm as possible to make the highest quality decisions that I can. And that's the same advice I would give for you is if you have things in your life and you're investing that cause you to have this, pressure on you to act less than rationally, try to limit or get rid of them if you can, because investing is hard. It is really hard. I've done this for 2 decades and I think it's pretty darn hard. And if you think it's easy, to quote Charlie Munger, if you think it's easy, you're stupid. Well, that's not me telling you that. It's Charlie Munger. So I'm hiding behind him a little bit. I'm not calling you stupid. I appreciate all of you. But I think that anyone who thinks investing is easy just hasn't done it long enough, in my honest opinion. So I think that make it easier on yourself and try to remove unnecessary kind of friction and unnecessary pressures to act less than rationally, and you'll be better off. If this video has been helpful to you, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.